Self-improvement is a rewarding journey, but there are common pitfalls that can hold you back, waste your time, and even discourage you from making meaningful progress. Understanding these common mistakes can save you from frustration and help you focus on actions that actually move the needle. Here are the top 5 self-improvement mistakes to avoid, along with strategies to keep you on a productive and fulfilling path. 1. Chasing too many goals at once. One of the most common self-improvement mistakes is setting too many goals at once. When you're excited about growth, it's natural to want to make changes in multiple areas: improving fitness, learning new skills, advancing your career, and building better relationships. But trying to tackle everything simultaneously often leads to burnout and minimal progress in any one area. This all-at-once approach divides your focus and energy, making it harder to build momentum or see meaningful results in any one area. Instead, start by choosing 1 or 2 priority areas. Pick the goals that would have the biggest impact on your life and focus on building momentum there first. For instance, if you're working on improving your health and your finances, commit to forming consistent habits around these 2 areas before adding others. Devoting more time and attention to fewer goals allows you to make faster progress and build a strong foundation. A helpful strategy is to think about your domino goals, the areas of improvement that, once addressed, will positively impact other areas as well. For example, prioritizing health goals like regular exercise and healthy eating often leads to better focus and energy, which can improve productivity and performance in other areas. Once you've established a solid habit and routine in these primary areas, you'll have the bandwidth and energy to tackle new goals with greater ease. Chasing fewer goals at a time might feel slow, but in the long run, it's a faster route to sustainable growth. 2. Relying too much on motivation. Motivation feels great when it's there, but relying on it can be a major setback. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes depending on circumstances, mood, and energy levels. Many people jump into self-improvement journeys full of motivation but lose momentum once that initial excitement fades. When we depend on motivation alone, progress becomes inconsistent, and we're more likely to quit when things get tough or boring. The key to lasting change is discipline, not motivation. Discipline is what keeps you going even when you don't feel like it. To cultivate discipline, set up structured routines that support your goals. Instead of working out only when you feel motivated, make it a non-negotiable part of your weekly routine. Set a specific time each day to practice your chosen habit, whether it's working out, studying, or working on a passion project. Building a system of cues and triggers can also help. For example, if your goal is to exercise every morning, place your workout clothes by your bed the night before as a visual reminder. By removing the need to decide each day, you're more likely to follow through. Developing a no-excuses mindset is powerful too. Think of discipline as a muscle that strengthens with use. The more you follow through on commitments, the stronger your discipline becomes, and the less you'll rely on fluctuating motivation. This approach turns your self-improvement goals into habits, and that consistency is what leads to lasting change. 3. Focusing on self-improvement over self-acceptance. While self-improvement is about growth, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you need to fix yourself. When we focus solely on improvement without self-acceptance, it can create a constant feeling of inadequacy and self-criticism. This mindset often leads to burnout, low self-esteem, and even resentment toward the self-improvement process itself. Self-improvement should be an act of self-love and enhancement, not self-punishment. To strike a healthy balance, start by cultivating self-acceptance. This means acknowledging and appreciating who you are right now, even as you work toward growth. Self-acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It's about respecting and valuing yourself enough to pursue goals that add to your life, not goals that fix perceived flaws. You're already enough. You're just working on becoming the best version of yourself. Practicing gratitude can also help balance self-improvement with self-acceptance. Take time each day to appreciate your progress, strengths, and qualities, no matter where you are on your journey. This mindset builds a healthier, more compassionate approach to personal growth, which makes the journey more enjoyable and sustainable. Remember, improvement is a journey, not a destination, and the journey is more fulfilling when it's rooted in self-acceptance. 4. Consuming too much information without taking action. Information overload is a major pitfall in self-improvement, especially with the abundance of books, podcasts, articles, and courses available. It's easy to get caught up in learning mode, constantly consuming new content without ever applying it. This can lead to analysis paralysis, where you have so much information that you're unsure where to start, leaving you stuck in the same place despite all the knowledge you've accumulated. To avoid this, adopt a learn less, do more approach. For every new piece of self-improvement content you consume, commit to applying at least one actionable insight. For instance, if you read a book about productivity, pick one technique and use it daily for a week before moving on to another strategy. Self-improvement is about transformation, and transformation only happens through action, not passive learning. Create a habit of reflective action, where you spend time applying what you learn rather than just absorbing more information. Set aside a practice period after each learning session to integrate what you've learned. By focusing on action, you'll gain practical experience and see real results, which in turn builds confidence and motivation to keep going. Remember, knowledge is only powerful when it's put into action. 5. Expecting quick results. Self-improvement is often marketed as a quick fix, but real growth is a gradual process. Expecting fast results can lead to disappointment and frustration, especially when progress is slower than anticipated. When people don't see instant changes, they may feel discouraged and abandon their goals, thinking that improvement isn't possible for them. This quick-fix mindset is a significant barrier to lasting change. The truth is, meaningful growth takes time, consistency, and patience. If you're starting a new habit, building a skill, or working on self-development, be prepared to put in effort over months, even years. Each small improvement, even if it's barely noticeable at first, is a building block toward long-term transformation. It's easy to overlook tiny wins, but these add up and create powerful results over time. Set realistic expectations by breaking down big goals into smaller, achievable milestones. Celebrate these small wins along the way. They're proof that you're moving forward. Shift your focus from the destination to the journey itself. Self-improvement isn't about reaching an end goal as quickly as possible. It's about making gradual, sustainable changes that enrich your life. Embracing the process and trusting that each step adds up will keep you motivated and resilient, even when progress feels slow. Avoiding these pitfalls on your self-improvement journey. The journey to becoming your best self is exciting, but it's easy to fall into traps that hinder your progress. By focusing on fewer goals at a time, building discipline over relying on motivation, balancing self-acceptance with growth, taking consistent action on what you learn, and embracing the journey instead of expecting quick results, you'll set yourself up for long-term success. Self-improvement is a powerful tool, but it's a journey that requires patience, consistency, and self-compassion. Avoid these common mistakes and you'll create a more fulfilling, sustainable path toward growth.